narcissistic sort of exceptionalist language and type of narrative, because it distorts reality. It is completely severed from reality in the Middle East, and severed from reality in Ukraine, because Kursk means things to Russians. This is where they fought the last battle against the Germans. This is where the Germans crossed into Kursk, and the Battle of Kursk in 1943 was fought by the Soviet forces in that very village that things are happening. How do Russians interpret this? What they understand this to say, when they see German armor, German Marder armored personnel carriers with German markings on it, crossing into Russia, Mother Russia, at Kursk, just as in 1943, they say, the West is coming for Russia again. It's clear. German armor, not German troops, but NATO-backed, if you like, proxies, doing the same thing, coming into Kursk. It's not so much, the logistics and whether it was a sensible operation. It wasn't. But nonetheless, all this is being spun. The head of CIA said very clearly, this was great because, the problem is, we've got to puncture Putin's self-confidence and his sort of hubris. We have to break this because otherwise they won't sit down and give us what we want in the negotiations. They're not going to give it anyway. But all this does is make the Russians absolutely more determined, because they know, like, their history. Just like British people know the Battle of Waterloo.
Right.
Kursk is known to them as the one where they finally broke the German army at Kursk. And what do they see? The West coming through that vulnerable frontier, the Western frontier, which has always been vulnerable after Napoleon, after the Germans' Second World War, and the Battle of the Kursk. All those things, spells very clearly to Russians. This isn't just a proxy war about Ukraine. The West wants to take Russia. Does it? Or does it just want to have a